Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3.
Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Dak going to start out going to the air. And right off the bat, look at him lay out there and make the grab.
Well, how about that adrenaline? First play of the game, and we have a catch that we're going to talk about probably the rest of this game and straight into the highlights.
Right out of the gate. What an effort.
Second down and 3.
The first carry now. This is Williams. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
You look at this Baltimore defense.
They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Hey, kill. Check 9. 31's the mic. Hey, let's get in that holes. 31's the mic. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get it.
Here's Prescott. That is caught. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1.
They'll run here, the former Longhorn with it.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
The Cowboys at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that falls incomplete.
Tighten up. Pull it together. 31's the mic. It's a party now. 31 go 47.
Prescott now from the 50. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
So pass interference to call. That's going to set him up with a first down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The official's letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the first quarter.
Prescott from the gun.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. 2nd and 10.
Here's Prescott.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
They'll start on the ground. ETN.
And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. First down.
Well, so much for being backed up against their goal line to start the drive. He gave him some breathing room and then some. I think the defense really got caught thinking safety, trying to stack the line of scrimmage. And oftentimes, if you can get past the initial grouping, there's a lot of room to run. The defense actually fortunate that didn't go farther.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, this defense for the Cowboys much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson.
That's complete, left side to Bateman.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory.
Marquise Bell in on that stop.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 5.
First carry now for Justice Hill. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
We're scoreless after one. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson.
That is caught. Rashad Bateman.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down.
And this is exactly the kind of drive you're hoping for out of the gates. They're mixing the run and the pass well, keeping this defense off balance early. And they're on the march here with another 1st down.
ETN up the middle.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there.
Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Following the interception, here's Prescott. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
Prescott. Buying time to his left. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone and no... time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
A second down throw for Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Prescott yet again. Touchdown, Cowboys.
CeeDee Lamb.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Cowboys post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see, great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive, they've worked on these plays all week in practice, put them to good use on that one.
And they're not going to get the kick off in time.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Another attempt now from 5 yards further back. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
It's awfully good to see Andrews back on the field after suffering that tough leg injury a season ago. He's been a perennial Pro Bowler throughout his career, and the Ravens believe he'll get right back to that status in this season.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On second down, Jackson.
He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Here's third and a few inches. They'll run with Etienne.
And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just third and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They have their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Back to the ground with Etienne.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Steps away to his left. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. So 4th down coming up. John Harbaugh sent on the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
No receivers open downfield, so instead of forcing the ball to the sideline, he's going to throw this one down to Fort Worth. He'd rather have the incompletion than the turnover.
Prescott now on 2nd down.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up second down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This has neither the distance nor the accuracy. It's no good, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Play action. It's Jackson. They're looking deep here for Flowers.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Just the 1 touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
This is a game, Charles, that's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trail by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson.
That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Straight ahead, Etienne. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Etienne once more.
Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
A handoff for Etienne.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Play action. Now Jackson. Being chased out left.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Jackson now. And the catch made by Hopkins. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Now a shotgun handoff to Hill, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown.
Travis Etienne, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw is Prescott. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, as we all know, possessions are crucial in a tie game. And let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
Now Prescott going to change the play.
Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. Looking to throw, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Check 4, check 4. Tight end right. 31's the mic. I'm trying to collect. 31's the mic. Here we go, 46.
The Cowboys will go. Prescott. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Prescott now.
And he'll go right back to Lamb.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Prescott. Forced out to his left. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Arlington. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
31's the mic. I don't even know why this team showed up. 31's
Now Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted.
Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
And we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach made you say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 78 yards now for ETN, and he's got a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On 2nd down, a run with ETN.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
To the right side, into the hands of Flowers.
And he's going to come up well shy of the 1st here as the tackle's made right around the 12. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And this one is right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30.
87's me. 87's me. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. There we go. Kill.
They'll set up a throw. Dancing to his left.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception.
And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Well, there was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They're going to look to throw. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down. So you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, guy, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10.
Prescott to throw it. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Cowboys have taken a 4th quarter lead.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And the lead is now 14-10.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson to throw.
buying time to his left. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Here's second down. Throwing, Jackson.
DeAndre Hopkins making the catch.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now Jackson. He'll get that underneath ETN.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Jackson.
He finds Hopkins complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 21. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Jackson.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Here's Jackson.
Rolling to his left.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Cowboys have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
On second down, they'll run it here. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
They'll run again.
And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Here's Brian Anger now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.